everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I want to discuss some new perfumes. If this is something that you're into, then stay tuned. And this is gonna be a pretty random selection of perfumes. I just have been trying samples here and there, and they really don't match to any certain category for my upcoming videos, and I really kind of still wanted to, give my opinion on these perfumes for you guys, and so that's why I made a separate video for them. So let's get started, and I want to start with one of my favorites from this video, and this is Japanese whiskey. And Japanese whiskey is a perfume by the House of Danam, and it's a Vietnamese perfume house. They have very interesting and unique perfumes, and this one is probably like by far the most unique that I've tried from them. I have not tried them all, but this one is really good. It's a boozy perfume. There's definitely this distinct whiskey note, but also it doesn't smell like anything else boozy that I've tried. There's Old Fashioned, there's Angel Share, there's like some perfumes by Initial. They're all kind of boozy, and they are kind of more like warm boozy, kind of more seductive, more alluring, and more warm. And this is like a kind of cold boozy perfume. It's hard to explain, you have to really smell it for yourself, but I think if you're a fan of boozy perfumes, you must give this one a chance, because like I've said, it's unique and super well done. And also it's completely unisex. If anything, it leans slightly masculine, but of course women can wear it as well, because personally I really like it. It just, it's up to you of course to decide if you want to wear something on the unisex side. And so this perfume smells like whiskey. It smells a little bit like barley, like there's definitely something like barnyardy about this perfume, but in a good way. It doesn't stink, it doesn't smell weird in any way. It kind of has this quality, and there's also wheat smell, at least for me, and I really love it. It just smells cozy for me, and it takes this perfume into more artistic direction versus, like I've said, other boozy perfumes. They kind of take more like a seductive and sexy turn. This one goes into more artistic direction. And also there's chestnut, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, and it really does give this perfume a very, yes, there is chestnut, very kind of like warm and cozy and roasted feeling, which I really like. And of course there's a base of wood. I know that there is sandalwood and there's also oak, so it definitely has this warm woody base, but it's not overpowering in any way. So overall, boozy, warm kind of barley smell, and then you get the delicious woody base. So I really like it, and if you like unique take on boozy perfumes, then try Japanese whiskey. And next perfume is complete opposite from the last one, and this perfume is Innocent and Delicious by the House of Kalaj. And this house is a Romanian house that was founded in 2020. I don't know much about this house. I just saw that they were available on Lucky Scent, and their notes sounded really interesting. So I was like, let me try it, because it's just so kind of unique. And it is unique, it's very artistic. And just to give you guys a heads up, I think that for me, this perfume I would explore and enjoy on a blotter, maybe on skin here and there, but I would not probably wear it regularly. It would not be like one of my signatures, one of the scents that I always wear, because it's just too kind of artistic, too gourmand for my taste personally. But of course, we are all different, like I always say in my videos. And so this perfume, I smelled it blindly. I didn't really know the notes, and I was like, it smells like minty, kind of marzipan-y, cotton candy. And I was right. I was right completely, and I was really surprised that I am so on point. It has notes of mint, it has notes of cotton candy, caramel, milk. The notes are so unpredictable in this perfume. It's pretty interesting. You would not really think to mix these notes, and it does smell just like the notes. It has a very minty quality about it in the opening, but it's not overdone, it's not overpowering, which I really like. And then you do get prominent sweetness. It's very sweet candy like perfume. It smells like cotton candy, it smells like caramel. There's probably whipped cream, milk. It's also a bit lactonic, but overall, surprisingly, this is a very well balanced, very well done type of perfume. It kind of reminds me of like Boardwalk Delight, of Cirque du Soleil fragrance. It's very playful, very feminine, very just overall youthful kind of fragrance, and I like it. It's a very well done gourmand. It's not overpowering, even despite the notes, because these notes can definitely go wrong, but it doesn't happen here. But for me, this is not the fragrance I would regularly wear. This is something that I probably would wear from time to time. And these were my thoughts on Innocent and Delicious. And the next perfume is not a new release, but it's a new perfume for me. And this perfume is called Crushed Fruits by the House of Regime de Fleurs. And this is a very fruity, bright, uplifting, and almost shampoo-y kind of perfume. If you guys know, it's not my favorite scent profile, but I really highly enjoyed it. And I will probably finish my sample to kind of explore and see where this scent takes me, but this is not the usual scent profile for me, at least. So upon the opening, it smells like a basket of fresh fruits. There are a bunch of fruits. There's raspberry, there's peach. It also kind of smells like a strawberry to me, but overall it's very bright, juicy, and fruity, like I've said, and it reminds me of a summer day. You're sitting somewhere in the garden and there's this basket of fruits right next to you. So it's very kind of nostalgic and light, and very feel good type of scent. So overall, really nice, and I do really like it that as this fragrance starts to dry down, it goes into more like powdery, sophisticated, and elevated direction. There is a note of iris that smells similar to iris if you're not familiar with that note, and I really feel like this note kind of elevates this fragrance and takes it from like a juvenile shampoo-y opening to a more sophisticated and elevated take on a fruity profile. So overall, if you want like a very light, ethereal, fruity smell that is not gonna smell juvenile once it dries down, that's gonna smell good and very fresh and very light for the super hot summer days, then try Crushed Fruits because I really like it. And the next perfume is Cerana by Nectar Olfactive. And this was my least favorite from this lineup. Unfortunately, first of all, it's not really my scent profile, but also it was a bit too woody for me. And so this fragrance has a bunch of kind of tropical notes. It has mango, it has lychee, blackcurrant, rose, oud, musk, and labdanum. And the most prominent notes that I pick up are mango, rose, and oud. So overall, it's kind of like a tropical take on oud fragrance, which I just did not enjoy. The oud was a bit too animalic, a bit too overpowering, and it just kind of overpowered the whole composition for me. And I really do not enjoy when oud is the star of the show in fragrance. I like when it just adds something to the perfume, when it's like a second player or like somewhere in the background. It just makes fragrance deeper, darker, more mysterious, but the other notes play the bigger role. That's when I enjoy oudy fragrance, and this is kind of opposite. Oud for me at least the star of the show, and then there is mango, and then there is rose, and I did not enjoy that. That's why it's not for me. But if you really love like tropical ouds where oud is the main player, you might like it and give this one a chance. But if you're not a fan of that, then also be careful. But of course, try before you decide, because you just never know. And these were my thoughts on Cerana. And last but not least is Nappa Tuberosa. And Nappa Tuberosa is a very kind of a rare scent where tuberose does not smell feminine, because in my eyes, tuberose is a highly feminine note. First of all, it's a floral, and florals are generally feminine, but also tuberose especially, like it just smells like a very feminine note for me personally. But in this scent, it doesn't smell too feminine. This can definitely be worn by men and can be definitely truly unisex, but of course it can be worn by women as well because it's unisex. And so the main notes I smell in this fragrance are tuberose, ylang ylang, and suede. These notes are the most prominent, and then there's also saffron somewhere there that adds a bit of spiciness, a bit of like, a bit of edge, but it's not prominent whatsoever. Really prominent for me are tuberose, ylang ylang, and suede. And suede is what makes it unisex in my opinion, because it just adds like a very interesting leathery twist to this fragrance. So I really enjoyed it. It's very floral. It's also very woody. There's a note of papyrus that I really do not smell, but it kind of smells like a bit spicy. Maybe it's coming from that, maybe it's coming from saffron. There's also a bit of patchouli when it fully dries down. So overall, this is a very sophisticated, elegant take on tuberose that does not lean feminine. So if you remember watching this and you have been wanting to try tuberose scents but thought that the rest of tuberose scents are too feminine, then definitely give Nappa Tuberosa a chance, because it is a very nice scent for men as well, and I really like it. I was really surprised when I smelled it, because like I've said before, I've never smelled unisex leaning tuberose before. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. I really hope that you liked it, and please let me know, have you tried these scents, and if so, what do you think? Did you like them? Did you hate them? I'll be really curious to hear your opinion in the comments, and I'll be waiting for you in the next video. Bye!